Should genome editing in embryos be allowed? A genome is a complete set of genes or genetic material present in a cell or organism. A gene is a segment of DNA that encodes for a particular polypeptide by containing the biological instructions to produce the polypeptide chain, which is usually a protein or protein component. Genetic material is used to carry and pass on genetic information from one generation to the next. CRISPR-Cas9 is a technology that allows DNA to be edited quickly and easily. Genome editing is a type of genetic engineering in which DNA is cut, inserted, deleted, modified, or replaced in the genome of a living organism. This may sound very dangerous, but our DNA is constantly being cut and our cells have evolved with the ability to repair DNA, so it's actually very safe.
Accessibility is a key issue in the human genome editing debate. The UN International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights states that everyone should enjoy the benefits of scientific progress and its applications. This suggests that genome editing should be legalised. However, the expense and complexity of this technology would limit its accessibility only to the wealthy. Richer countries would have a significant advantage over poorer nations without access to this potentially life-saving technology, thus increasing the pre-existing economic gap. Moreover, the ability to modify genetics may be used not only to prevent hereditary conditions but also to enhance traits such as intelligence, athleticism, and attractiveness. The limited accessibility of genome editing would increase the socio-economic divide between rich and poor by providing the wealthy with unassailable genetic advantages from birth. Therefore, legalizing the use of this technology could cause more harm than good.
Another issue with genome editing in embryos is consent, as germline human genome editing alters the genome of an embryo at its earliest stage, meaning the DNA of the embryo and its descendants are affected. This is problematic because neither the embryo nor future generations can consent to having their genes edited, meaning scientists can change their DNA without them potentially wanting this. Some have argued that not consenting to having your genes altered is less important than you having a deadly disease, which genome editing can prevent, but we believe that the future generations don't deserve to have their future decided for them, especially if the technology is abused for enhancement purposes.
Germline human genome editing can be very dangerous due to possibilities such as off-target effects, which are edits in the wrong place far from the target site, mosaicism where not all cells carry the edits, or even unpredictable risks that could vary from person to person. There is also uncertainty about the long-term causes that germline genome editing could have, such as large DNA deletions and reshuffling. However, with recent advancements, these risks might be minimized by research. But is this process justifiable if there are high risks involved that could be potentially fatal to the embryo itself or its descendants, as the potential dangers of germline genome editing do not outweigh the benefits for the embryo in the future?
Genome editing has the potential to prevent life-threatening diseases by ensuring a child does not inherit a genetic disease. However, if legalised, it will be difficult to define reasonable use of genome editing, especially in cases which do not cause physical pain or death. Furthermore, such use could lead to a snowball effect from simple physical enhancements to politically motivated alterations such as obedience and extreme strength. There is also an alternative to genome editing in which scientists screen embryos and choose one free from the hereditary condition. Nevertheless, in cases where both parents have 2 copies of the mutant gene, there would be no embryos without the genetic disease. Thus, genome editing could be useful in such situations.
To conclude, we believe germline genome editing should remain illegal. Although it gives scientists the ability to prevent inherited conditions such as cystic fibrosis and muscular dystrophy, which both negatively impact quality of life, there are many unknown long-term effects. Additionally, by creating the first genetically engineered baby for medical purposes, the door opens to allow characteristics such as hair, eye colour, and potentially even intelligence to be altered as well. The power to permanently change the genes of the future generations now exists. Therefore, we have a responsibility to prevent this powerful technology from being placed into the wrong hands by making sure the possibility of germline genome editing does not exist in the first place.